giving him that ball on the 1 yard. The reason I ask that is this: he got 10,000 yards, and that's usually at one point in time that was an automatic ticket to the Hall of Fame. 10,000 yards, you get in the Hall of Fame. But when you are running back with the Super Bowl MVP, he was the face of that franchise at the time. He was the driving force back behind the 12 man and the Legion of Boom. Even though he didn't even play defense, he was the face of that franchise. He has one of the most classic runs in NFL playoff history. Did Pete Carroll cost this brother a shot, his seat in the Hall of Fame? Because with his statistics and his ability to dominate a league, a game the way he did, if you'd added another Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP, you have to question, did Pete Carroll cost this dude the ability to be enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame? That's a question I have for the chat room. And as I ask that question, I'm going to lead into the rest of my list. It is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is the top 9 players that were picked first in the National Football League draft. Number 9 goes back. He's a quarterback, 4-time Super Bowl champion, 1-time league MVP, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, Terry Bradshaw. Number 8, even though his career is still in effect, he was the great hype. He was the greatest prospect since John Elway, and actually led up to a first year turn. Took a 2-12 team to the playoffs, won the divisions next year, took it to the second round of the playoffs the third year, went to the AFC Championship game, busted up a shoulder, disappeared. Soon as he got back, they immediately became a playoff team. 8 straight games with 3 touchdowns or more. Give it up to one Andrew Luck. Big ups to that brother Andrew Luck. We gotta show that brother some love. Next up is one Cameron Newton, league MVP, Heisman Trophy winner. Took the league by storm, put that team on his back, makes them go. Without him, they are nothing. With him, he's a league MVP, and they are Super Bowl champs and Super Bowl contenders and a Super Bowl participant. Give it up to my brother, even though he wear weirdo clothes, Cameron Newton. Now, number 6, arguably the most electrifying football player in the history of the National Football League. He took the league by storm. He is the first quarterback in NFL history to win a playoff game in Lambeau Field without wearing the Packers green and gold. He got taken down on some straight whoppy-doppy. I don't know how they pull that one off, but I don't care. But he's still my man, 100 grand. He goes by the name of one Michael Vick, the most explosive, the most exciting quarterback that the NFL has ever seen. He's number 6. Enough of these offensive sissies. I'm going to make my brother Jungle Brother happy with this next one. The next pick out of the University of Oklahoma. One of the greatest defensive linemen in the history of the league. He was taken by one Tampa Bay Buccaneers franchise. Defensive Player of the Year, Walter Payton Man of the Year award, 5-time Pro Bowl, 3-time All-Pro. He goes by the name. He's one of these players that most people don't even know about. He's arguably the greatest Tampa Bay Buccaneer ever. His name, from Oklahoma fame, Leroy Selman, is the number 5 player ever taken place in the NFL draft. Next up, number 4. He goes by the name. He is the NFL all-time leading sacker. He dominated the NFL like not many before him and since him. Was a cornerstone of 4 Super Bowl trips. One of the greatest pass rushers of all time. His name is one Bruce Smith. The number 4 all-time number 1 pick in NFL history. Back to the show. Now, with that being said, I noticed I ain't getting a lot of pushback on this. Jim McMahon, cut it out, buddy. Come on, son. With that bullshit. Get that bullshit. The bags. No. No way, no how. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in to HY Radio, the Inner Bench podcast, hosted by yours truly, the Grand Verbalizer H-Rap D. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hitting like, and hopefully you have been telling a friend to tell a friend to poke his head into the chat room and say hello to old H-Rap, or do it on any X Squad Network shows. Remember, we have a contest going, and we are handing out money. As RC astutely put it out there, I'm handing out $1 million under the Bob Arum Act. Now, with that being said, I'm going to move over to the National Basketball Association. The National Basketball Association is in full effect. Big ups to everybody in the playoffs, man. It has, to me, I don't care what nobody else say. The ratings say different. The ratings are down. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, more than likely it's because one, LeBron James adds a lot of drama and adds a lot of hate. He's such a polarizing figure that you watch to either hate him or you watch to love him. Either way, you watch it, and that's how they want to get out. Ain't got nothing wrong with that. But what we want to do is this. We're going to give big ups to the teams that are still in the playoffs, and those teams are as follows. The Philadelphia 76ers are going head-to-head with the team of the North, which is the Toronto Raptors. The Milwaukee Bucks will be dueling it out with the Boston Celtics, Golden State Warriors, the Houston Rockets, and tonight we'll find out who the Portland Trail Blazers will be playing, whether it be the Denver Nuggets or the San Antonio Spurs. But big ups to all of those teams. I want to get into some of the nonsense. First and foremost, I want to get into this thing with sportsmanship. I am being a hypocrite, or a hypocrite as you would say. I'm being a hypocrite with this, but I'm going to go ahead and be the hypocrite. Well, I'm not really. I'm not really being a hypocrite, but I wasn't the handshaker. I wasn't the dude who was trying to be cool with everybody after getting run through. I didn't like it. I hated losing. I was the worst loser in the history of the world. Shout out to my coach Jimmy Field and Willie Green, who made me do tons and tons of laps because I refused to shake hands. Now, I've never been interviewed after a game, and never will be interviewed after a game unless they start going Xbox Live and then come to my house and interview me. I'm never going to be interviewed. Here's a legal Canadian line. What's that? Oh, Sports Select. Oh, no, man, I ain't doing no betting, homie. No betting for me. Unless they're giving away money on that line. They're giving away. I can't give away my money. But Paul George kind of disappointed me this week. Dame Lillard cemented himself in NBA history by hitting a 37-foot shot. And Paul George stepped to the podium. And to me, it was some square shit. He stepped to the podium like a square and stated that was a bad shot. You know what, man? Some of the best shots in the history of the league, including that one, were bad shots. They were ill-advised shots. For him to step to the podium and say that after losing, you really look like a sucker, man. Whether it was a bad shot or not, really, is really irrelevant. The way, in my opinion, the way you handle that is the way Patrick Beverly and one Lou Williams handled it last night. Said KD got in his bag and he took us out. Because at the end of the day, that's what it was. He got in the bag. He took them out. Dame Dollars heated up in the first half. Had he not heated up in the first half, they would have lost. And Paul George played a great game and just got taken out. But for you to step to the podium and say that was a bad shot, come on, bro. Just give a man his credit. Give him his P's. You lost. Tuck your tail and walk your ass off. But for whatever reason, he on some sucker shit. I don't bet either, but the Raptors are 1.6 out now, man. No illegal gambling over here, bro. None of that. There, Ron. No, sir, bro. But on the serious side, I just didn't like it. I mean, hey, Paul, you're a grown man. You don't do what you want to do. You can say what you want to say. I just thought of some sucker shit, you know. But it's not above, you know, it's not beyond Paul George to do some sucker shit, if you ask me. That's just my personal situation. I don't think it's, last year or the year before last, when he was with Indiana, passed up on that shot like it was a hot potato, and then came back to the podium. I got to take that shot when you should have took it. To quote the great Allen Iverson, it's 24 seconds in the shot clock. I walk down the court and I pass it. If it get back to me, that means that nobody else on the court wanted to shoot, so I shot it. Paul, you get the big piece of chicken, you get the big check, you sign the big deal, you're going to be in the MVP conversation. You lost, shut up, shake hands, and walk. No, I'm not wrong. First and foremost, this is my opinion. I can never be wrong. H-Rap, he gave Dan. No, he didn't, man. You don't have to. I'm going to read your chat. H-Rap, he gave Dan credit for making the shot, but Dan had 10 seconds to get the better look and shot to 37 feet on a one-leg Hail Mary. No, it wasn't a one-leg Hail Mary. That man pulled up like he was in his backyard and killed it. You don't have to, like, for example, I don't have to say what's wrong with anything. Just look, get a man his P's, step the fuck off. That was a bad shot. Obviously, it wasn't a bad shot because he nailed that motherfucker. He nailed it. Was it the best shot possible? Hell no. 37. I'm a dude who not big on 3-pointers at all. I'm not big on 3-pointers at all. But you lost. Man, salute that man and walk the hell off. He a sucker. He a sucker for saying that. I don't give a damn if God come in the chat room right now and say, hey, H-Rap, I disagree with you. I'm going to say, well, Lord, I disagree with you. It wasn't, hey, if you lose, salute the man, walk the hell away. And again, maybe I'm wrong. I don't have a problem with being wrong. Shut the hell up, though. If you lose, the victor goes the spoils, man. Salute that man and walk the hell off. Because guess what? Maybe Jordan shouldn't have dribbled at the top of the clock and drove to the hole and got fouled for his last shot with the Bulls. I mean, we can critique things over and over again. That dude sized up that shot, said, I'm going to take this shot, and nailed it. No coach designs a 37-foot three-pointer with 10 seconds on the clock. Nobody does it. But you know what? I ain't never seen a coach do a lot of shit. Guess what? There was a coach back in 1987 designed a play to go down to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Magic Johnson said, I ain't running that play, and took a running skyhook with Kareem and James Worthy red hot that game. No coach told him to do that. So it's easy to stand back. But you know what? It don't make a difference if the coach called a play or not. How many times? How about this, younger brother? No, I'm engaged in the hyperbole, obviously. God, I know God. We cool. He knew I was playing. But younger brother, what coach designs this play? Inbound the ball to Jordan. Jordan gets stopped at half court, get trapped at half court, give it to Scottie Pippen at the top of the key. Scottie Pippen passes the ball to 6'10" Horace Grant. Only person in his way is 6'3" old ass Danny Ainge, 35, 36-year-old Danny Ainge. He 2 feet away from the basket. He passed the ball out for a 3-pointer. Bulls win their third straight NBA championship on a 22-foot 3-pointer, and you passed up a dunk for that. What coach passed? What coach called that play? But did Kevin Johnson, Charles Barkley, and those guys go to the podium and say, oh, man, Horace Grant, that was a dumbass pass out there for a 3? No, they didn't. They didn't. They tipped their hat because they lost. So if you telling me it was cool for Horace Grant to pass up a 3-foot dunk on a aging, smaller guard and kick it out for a 22-foot shot, then you right. Otherwise, I don't hear nobody else saying that shit. If you was a coach, I am a coach. H-Rap, and he told you to shoot it. He showed H-Rap, and he told you that the shot was going to be that, you would say, hell no, go to the basket. It don't make a difference because the end result is a dude who was red hot all night, the leader of the franchise, dribbled the clock down and took a shot that where either we going into overtime or we going to win. That is the bottom line. But to the point, see, you talking about if the shot is good. That's not my conversation. Whether the shot was good or not ain't the point. Why are you talking about what's going on the other team? He took a shot, he hit it, we lost, I'm out. Period. To comment on whether it was a good shot or bad shot, it makes no difference. It don't make a difference if it was good or bad because